Hi everybody, it's Mark Shellshear. This is the Mark Art Show coming to you from Galleria de las Islas in Metro Manila, Philippines. Now yesterday we talked a lot about community and talked about, my vision to see artists as a group, as a group who was able to make change take place within the art industry. And I said it's not about the survival of the fittest, that we're not combatants out against each other, that we have to work together as one in a group so that we are able to bring the changes into the art industry that are coming, and changes will come. Now, I said that I went to an art show on Thursday evening. I wasn't going to talk about this art show because it was not that great. It was pretty average. It was the typical. There was lots of galleries and artists, but there was one bright spot in the whole show that really, as I say, knocked my socks off. One artist had taken the courage. He was courageous enough to rent a space for himself. So he alone was the one artist showing as an artist. And he had wonderful, fantastic work there. And he was the salesman and his wife, and they sold lots of work. And I thought, this is brilliant. This is the future. This is artists taking back the business and saying, hey, I'm an artist and I'm a business and I sell art and here's my art. This is mine. I did it. And I love that. And I keep saying, friends, that the world is going to change. Now, I know nobody's listening. A lot of people aren't. And I say, that galleries are doomed. I believe galleries, as we know them today, are doomed. I believe that art schools, as we know them today, unless they're prepared to make changes that are for the benefit of the artist, not the benefit of the school, unless they make those changes, they're going to go the way the dinosaur went. And I think competitions and all these things need to change to benefit the artist, not benefit the competition, not benefit the system. And that's what it always does. Now, I say that, that the gallery system's broken, that the auction system's broken, and everyone says to me, oh, but Mark, it's been around for 100 years, and this will never change, and it'll never happen. Well, friends, it will happen. Who would have thought there'd be no Kodak film anymore? Who would have thought that Borders books are gone? Who would have thought that Blockbuster would disappear? Who would have thought that the music industry would go as I knew it as a child? Who would have thought that you couldn't go and buy music in shops anymore? Who would have thought that all that would be gone? And it is. And some other things. When I was a child, we always went to the butcher shop every Saturday morning to buy meat. They don't exist. They're gone. You go to the supermarket to buy it. We used to go to the fruit stall to buy our fruit. There's so few today. Why? You go to the supermarket to buy it. The world is changing. And we see that today that the art business, it'll never change. Yes, it will. Yes, it's going to change. Yes, the internet is the defining thing. The internet has already changed the art industry. Collectors today have more contact with artists than they've ever had before in the history of the art. Never have collectors been able to reach out and get to the individual artist, go past the gallery, go past the middleman, go past the auction house, and go directly to this person who's selling the piece. This is new. This hasn't happened. When before have you, artists, been able to put your work up on the internet, on Facebook, into an art group, on your own webpage, and show the world your art? That's never happened. When I was a young man in the art world, you had to beg the gatekeepers to let you in. The people, the academics, and the museum masters, and all the ones who controlled the gates and stopped us poor little artists from getting in. That day is gone. Because artists now have total control over their life and their business, and these gatekeepers are going to die off, and the sooner they do, the better the industry will be. Artists, this is your business. This is your industry. You don't need galleries. You don't need these things. You've got the internet. You've got the most incredible ability to sell your work to billions of people across this planet. You've got to believe it. You got to do it. You got to put your art out there. You got to show people. You got to let people see that you've got art to show. That's what matters. That's what'll make the difference. When a gallery comes to you and says to you in the future, we want to show you, and say, why? Why would I want to be in your gallery? I'm selling all my work on the internet. I don't need you. Why would I be paying 40% when in my business I get all the money? Why would you do that? You see, friends? And why would, when the auction house comes to you and wants to sell your work and charge you a commission, and you say, why? When the collector can come directly to me. Why do I need you? We don't need these people anymore, and it's going to get more, and it's going to get stronger, and it's going to get stronger, and the tidal wave will grow, and I believe the community of artists will finally get to control their business. Because it's your business, artists. This is your business. These people survive because of you. Now, if there was no more artists on the planet, yeah, auction houses and many galleries would survive because they just keep selling the dead work. Just keep repeating it. But you think about how many of these industries rely on you. And what do they give back? So little. I sound like I'm shooting myself, here because I'm in galleries, but I see the future differently. I see a future where artists are in control. I see a future when you are the business person, where you don't rely on a manager who's taking money from you. You're not relying on galleries where you're paying 40, 50%. You're not relying on auction houses who are charging top and bottoms. That's going to go. That will go. You see, because as the artist gets smarter and the artist becomes a business person and a good business person, the collector will realize that if they deal with the artist, they're going to be better off. One, they're not paying premium prices. Two, they're not going to have to pay commissions. Three, they can deal with you and get to know you and find out what's going on. You see, I see the future coming when the collector and the artist are in a relationship, they're friends. And it's to the collector's advantage to know the artist as it is the artist's advantage. That they don't realize the middlemen don't count anymore. And I see what I saw that night at that show with the artist running his own booth within this big show. I thought, this is amazing. That is the beginning. That's what will happen. Eventually these shows, as the galleries go, will just be artists. And that will be wonderful. Well, artists will probably be putting up their own shows then. Friends, I know a lot of people think that I'm pretty wacko, but I tell you what, watch and see. Watch and see. The world's changing. The art world's changing dramatically. Maybe it's only because of how long I've been in this business that I can see these changes taking place so quickly. And it's happening in our world. So my friends, this is a community. Let's build a community. Let's have a vision for community. Let's care about other artists. We're not at war with artists. They're not the enemy at all. Most artists are just struggling to earn a living. We talk about, there's no such thing as a starving artist. Well, hey, if you think that, you come and live in the Philippines and you can see there really is starving artists. In the West, it's easy not to be a starving artist because there's welfare and there's other things that can help you. But you come into Asia where there's nothing like that. There's starving artists. So let us build a community of artists that we can see them strong and capable and competent businesswomen and businessmen who are able to do their business and cut out the middlemen. You're going to be better off, trust me. Okay, my friends, I'm going to leave it there. It's Saturday. I'm not going to do a video tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday to do a video. I'd love to hear some of your, your comments, what you think. Let me know what you think. If you think I'm crazy, let me know if you think I'm crazy. That's fine. I don't mind. But I know change is coming. You have a great weekend. Remember to reach out and touch people, look after people. People are hurting out there. Hugs and smiles are free. Give them away generously. And I'm going to visit many of you in the days to come and come to your studios and talk to you about art and the vision I see for arts across this planet. You have a great weekend. I'm going to talk to you Monday. Ciao.